into the ship, what? We going to the ship, what? We going to the ship. Yes, sir. Super Bowl, baby.
We're going
Mama,
to
we made
we're going to win first place.
it.
We have an ugly face.
In the Super Bowl, baby.
Hey,
We knew it.
that thing, man. Welcome
We
back
knew
to
it.
the Down South Philly Show. Down South. I'm your Down South Philly co-host, Dom. This your other co-host, DP. Hey, man,
Oh.
we in the bowl. We ain't in the building. We in the bowl.
Bowl, baby.
Super Bowl, baby. Look, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the rematch. Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. What the game at is in
New Orleans, baby.
New Orleans.
We
New
done
Orleans.
already played there. And this year right here just seemed to be repeating. Everything is a repeat. Every team that we play in the NFC portion of the playoffs is a team we already seen this season. We already done won a game and had to compete on this field this season. And it was kind of like our breakout game
Yeah,
for our defense.
yeah.
Cause if you remember, the Saints was white hot coming off of that dragon that they put on
Dallas.
Dallas, where they put up all them points against them boys. I don't even they might did they play Dallas week 1 or was that week 2?
Nah, I think they played Dallas week two.
So whatever game they was coming off of, they was white hot coming into the game. Um and that was us really putting boots on them for the first time that year. Because before then, the analysts had them as a Super Bowl team. You know how people just trip
Mm,
out after one or
mm,
two games in the beginning of the season. So they was that hot team, and we held them to what 12, I believe. Held them to about 12 points.
can't remember.
Um, and that's when Saquon bust off that big run. That might have been like his first big run
Yeah, they had
for a
12.
touchdown. So I say all that to say we returning back to the scene of the crime, and this time it's gonna go the same way it went the first time.
Yeah, so the Saints beat Carolina their first game 47-10, and then they played Dallas, beat Dallas 44-19.
Oh yeah, so at this point they looking like a juggernaut.
Yeah, because they didn't score 40 plus points 2 games in a row to start the season.
Then we got to come there after a not so impressive 2 weeks of showing. We just losing to the Falcons. Well, we pretty much gave that game away, but in their eyes, we blew it on the defensive side of the ball because we still had a chance to stop um Kirk Cousins and he drive our way down the field and beat us. So
Right,
we looking sweet in their eyes and in the media's eyes.
right.
But our defense come out there and put off a very impressive showing and
Yeah,
shut them boys down. We shut their whole running game down, which pretty much shut everything else down.
yeah. So what happened was when we got beat by the Falcons, we got ran on a lot in that game. They was
Yep.
running all on us. So everybody looking at the Saints like, oh, we know what they about to do. They about to run all on these boys. But Fangio said,
Hell no.
hold my beer, goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
So damn Fangio, that's the first time we seen Fangio come with his adjustments. He
Mm-hmm.
was like, I got something for him. That's when he
From
started
the
bringing
first
Bond
snap.
up. He started doing them 5 and 6 man fronts, bringing Bond up to the line. Yeah, run it now. Run it
And
now.
Carter got off in that game too.
Carter was wrecking
He was making quick work out of that guard and
half.
center with it all night long, all day long. But yeah, we we back in the same place where we had to prove it the first time, and we got to prove it again, man. Because it seemed like every week we still getting doubted. It don't matter how many games we win. It don't matter how we win. It don't matter about nothing. Now, evidently, they still gonna doubt Hurts. They still gonna doubt this team, and this is probably our biggest test of the season. from an offensive and defensive standpoint, we got obviously Mahomes and Andy coming to town, which they ain't never no joke. They just all they do is win chips at this point in their careers. They haven't really been lighting up scoreboards, but it just seemed like you leave Mahomes enough time on the clock, he gonna march down the field and win it. So it's only really one way to beat the Chiefs, and that's to beat the hell out of the Chiefs. We equipped to do so. Um, our defense has been playing lights out pretty much all season. Saquon just been Saquon been going crazy. He been going crazy all season and hasn't really shown um that he can be stopped. Maybe slowed down slightly, but he hadn't really been stopped all year long. And of course, AJ and Smitty and Goddard, all them boys are matchup nightmares. And we got a healthy hurt, so I like our chances, man. I really do. It starts with the run game, obviously, which I'm so glad that we decided to actually like use the run game this year because in the past we've had we've had capability, maybe not to go for 2,000, but we definitely had the capability to have a 1,500-yard back every season behind this offensive line. And this year, no different. This is the best year we've had on the ground ever. And if things go our way, this could be the best season that a running back has ever had rushing the ball. So, um, they of course they no slouches. They ain't nobody to overlook because they got some dogs on the defensive side of the ball. Chris Jones always is a playmaker. You got Karloftis coming off of edge. Um, on the back end they got players like McDuffie. The linebacking core is nice. Um, Safeties is not. They got players on every level. Plus, Spags is a hell of a defensive coordinator. He probably like the equivalent to what we got in Vic Fangio, and he probably is rated higher than Vic Fangio just because he
Yeah.
got the hardware to back it up.
Right.
But other than that, and Andy Reid is just Andy Reid. That boy, that he just been he probably one of if not the best coach in the NFL. Definitely the best coach currently, but he might be all time great when he might be all time great now. But definitely by the time he hang it up. Um I say all that to say that they earned the right to be here in the beginning of the year. You probably could have guessed that Kansas City and Philadelphia was gonna be in the Super Bowl competing, and here we are. I like our chances. Give me the birds.
Give me the birds, dog. I'm gonna make a little sound with Tony saying that for Mark. Give me the birds, dog. Hey, but on the real, man, look, um, when we was going into that Washington game, I had a feeling about how that game was gonna go, but I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna make no bold predictions. Just keep it to myself. So I'm gonna say same thing about the Kansas City game, and I'm really looking at this from like
Both sides.
I didn't seen what Kansas City do. I didn't seen how they play offense, defense, special teams, coaching. I done seen what we do, how we play, personnel, coaches. I got a feeling about how this game gonna go. They can't give us no. I don't want no damn slippery ass field now. I want no slippery ass field, but all things even, equal field. No refs not doing their stuff unless Brady done paid them off in the Eagles' favor. Uh, Outside of that, I got a feeling about how this game gonna go. Just from like I said, watching both teams up closely. I'm not. I don't think. Even if I did think it wouldn't be true, but I don't think Kansas City is no slouch whatsoever. Best team. They done went to three straight Super Bowls. Nothing really bad you can say about them. They don't really have like no weaknesses like that. Coaching is A1. QB in is A1. Running backs. They got Pacheco and Hunt in the backfield. Two dogs. Now I would say this, I'm wrong. The offensive line has been shaky. I almost forgot. The offensive line has been shaky, but it don't matter if we don't take advantage of it. So we got to take advantage of the shakiness of the offensive line. I'm sure they trying to, they got 2 weeks to come up with a game plan on that. Where they're gonna double team, slide, make people change positions, whatever they're gonna do with that. That's probably about the one thing you probably can put on a jacket of suspect offensive line. But outside of that, man, defense, Spaz called a hell of a defense. Now, their defense is Fangio. Spaz kind of like, man, he just like scheme stuff. He do a lot of a lot of times you'll hear players talking about other teams' defenses they got to face, and they be like, they don't really do nothing exotic. Well, the Chiefs do. They do all kind of damn they schemed up. Like a lot of the stuff they do is like schemed up, scheme blitzes. They ain't really just rushing forward and get off. They scheming up blitzes. They scheming up stuff on the back end. Oh my! I was watching that clip I sent to the group, and it was one play where like wide receivers. These wide receivers was like one was running like a little crossing route, like he coming from the right side, running a little crossing route to the middle, and then the wide receiver on the right, he was just doing like a little outbreaking route or something to his right. But the way that the DBs played that, I was like, what the heck? I was like, what is that? Because it was like the I can't remember who the inside guy was. I don't remember if there was like a linebacker or there was like a safety or somebody just like playing a nickel or what. But anyway, when they took off, the corner got the outside guy, whoever that is, got the guy to the inside. And the way that the safety came down and like picked up, man, I was like, what the? And it's like the way that they communicated and like in the middle of the route and just like, all right, I got this guy. I was like, oh shit, like what the hell? I can see a quarterback throwing an interception in that type situation because you don't know that safety about to break off right here and get this dude. He about to come up and play this back coming out the backfield, and he about to take this guy across. I was like, oh hell no. Nah. Now we do that too, but outside of that, the way that they blitz the quarterback is what I was talking about as far as like the difference between the defense. Like they do a lot of blitzing, they do a lot of schemed up stuff. We kind of
secondary.
We do disguise a lot of stuff, but we don't do a lot of like nothing crazy. We're like we'll disguise what we probably in before the snap, but for the most part, we kind of like shit. I don't believe you can beat me, goddamn. Like. I don't believe you can beat me on this shit, damn man. It's like it ain't necessary, man. It's like I know what y'all doing. I'm gonna stop it. They more so like trying to just straight up confuse you.
Or you can take these 3 yards. Take these 3 yards, or take your chances of getting it picked the fuck off.
Right. So, what they're saying it's gonna be a hell of a chess match. I'll say this. This is. Well, my number one key is what you said. My number one key to Philly beating Kansas City is what you said earlier, but I'm going to go a little bit more in detail. And what I mean by that is, I've been saying forever, the only way to beat Kansas City is, goddamn, you can't let the game be close. You got to beat the hell out of them. You got to dominate them. You got to dominate Kansas City. You can't let it. You can't go out there and play football with Kansas City. You got to go out there and dominate Kansas City. You can't go out there because if you let the game be close, one or two things more likely gonna happen. Pat Mahomes get the ball last, he gonna walk it down on you. Like Pooh Shiesty with a goddamn Shiesty mask on. He either gonna walk you down or goddamn the refs gonna help his ass out. One of the two. If he can't walk it down, the refs gonna help him walk it down there. If he can't do it on his own, the ref gonna hold his hand. So you don't want to be in those situations. That's why a lot of times in those situations, like in the moment, I be a little bit mad. Like, damn, they ain't call that shit. Or they called a stupid. In the moment, I be saying something. At the end of the day, I be like, they shouldn't let the game be close. They know that's going to be a possible outcome. So Nick Sirianni going into this game, like, he got to have his boys. He got to have these boys ready. He got to be like, man, look, we know what the narrative is. We know what happened last time. That's our fault. The game should have never been that close. Look, we messed up right here. We do this, and if we get this penalty later in the game, it don't even matter. Like we got to be in that type of situation where, like, no matter what they do in damn the last seconds of the game, it don't even matter because they can't win.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to put ourselves in that type of position. Now, easier said than done, but I'm saying that's got to be the mindset, and that's how we got to attack it.
Domination.
And you gotta live with outcome, but you can't go out there damn trying to win a close game with Kansas City.
Nah, they
It just
undefeated.
yeah, it just probably won't go away. Now could the clock strike 12 and they luck run out damn on the last?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe, but you don't want to put yourself in that position to find out. Um, but yeah, we outside of that, I would say, um, man, we just got to go out here and when Mahomes got the ball, we got to get pressure up the middle, man. We kind of got to rush Pat Mahomes like how we did Jaden Daniels.
The exact same way we did Jaden Daniels, except for the thing with Pat is like, yeah, we gotta rush him like that,
But
but
we got to
we gotta get to his arms,
yeah,
cause just getting him down, he could have 1 inch right before his elbow hit the ground. He gonna throw that shit down the field. So you gotta get that. You gotta get his arms and don't even give him the chance to down. You gotta
What you
home
said?
tie this
What
motherfucker.
you said he could have what? What you,
He got his elbow down. He damn near gotta have it. He can have it damn near his elbow down and still get
man, you
that
got to
shit.
get to his arm because he could be 1 inch from the ground. Hey,
We done seen Mahomes do some amazing shit.
what's funny is I done pictured that in my head because he didn't did it before.
Yeah.
He only went to the ground and slang the ball 30 yards to an open receiver. What the fuck? He go goddamn Kelce, Johnny on the spot. What the hell? How
Streaking.
you
Streaking.
streaking? Then it don't even. Then what be crazy about the shit was, boom, all this will happen. He'll sling it to him 30 yards. He on the spot, but where the hell everybody else at? Like the defenders just was like, yeah, we're gonna leave Kelce over here by us. It should be no point in time.
With
Mahomes
nobody
scrambles the
wide
guy.
open.
You should be covering the damn wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he didn't already pass the line of scrimmage, you got to get his ass. But it shouldn't be none of that going on. We can't allow. That's one of the number one damn things. Patrick Mahomes, damn mediocre running ass. We can't allow this nigga to be escaping out the pocket, keeping the drives going. When
That's how we lost it in 22.
yeah, he got
His
it.
legs beat us.
And he got their ass last week. Damn, in versus Buffalo, he was getting their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they done caught some design plays for him. Hell,
Mm-hmm.
they got Mahomes. But anyway, Fangio will be ready for all that. Now, be a few things they got to throw out there. It's gonna be tricky. I think the defense is smart enough, disciplined enough, and know the scheme well enough, but probably won't matter. But you never know with Andy and Mahomes. Just gotta be ready, be disciplined, play your keys, um, just play good football. But anyway, like I said, you gotta get to Mahomes. We gotta rush him like we're rushing, Jane Daniels. But like you said, we gotta get to him. You can't just because like with Jaden Daniels, my mindset. I'm not saying this was their mindset, but my mindset was, hey, you got to corral him in the pocket and let him throw from the pocket or whatever. Like you can't allow him to have no lanes to escape out of the pocket. With Patrick Mahomes, same thing, but don't even allow his ass to
And
throw it.
there you
Like
go.
you gotta rush him like you rushing Jane Daniels, but don't just depend on, all right, we got him boxed in, he can't run. The nigga went looking to run anyway. Get his ass
Right.
down. Jane Daniels, not that Jane Daniels looking to run, but he like, all right, ain't shit open, I'm gonna run. Patrick Mahomes looking like, all right, shit ain't open, but the pass rush ain't getting to me. I'm gonna wait till something open. Like, man, you feel me? So then we gotta get the Mahomes, get him on the ground. I think the key to that is getting pressure up the middle. We can't be allowing the ends to go too far.
It need to be quick pressure. And
Yeah.
then when we get to him, make sure he on the ground and lay him down softly.
Unless you gonna just snap his shit up right there. Now, if you
Yeah.
gonna snap his shit up and he damn, he's still healthy, but he ain't played no more the rest of the game, go ahead and snap his knives. But now on the real, um, we got to get to him. We got to get on the ground, like you said, preferably quick pressure. Um, that's gonna be probably a lot to do with if Carter can get off or if people can win their one on ones.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see I ain't even gonna say I want to see Fangio put whoever need to be out there in the field, but I'm wondering if he put Carter and Milton Williams out there, it'd be hard to stop, especially with the way their O line looking. Carter and Milton Williams, Nolan on the edge, Sweat on the other side. But at the end of the day, I ain't really calling for nobody to be out there because I know Fangio gonna put the best man on the field in the right position. So
Yeah.
I'm not really
Yeah, I ain't
questioning
too
no
worried about
personnel.
that side of the ball at all.
I ain't really worried about no personnel. And
We
then
just
boom.
know we just know how dangerous Mahomes can be, especially in big games.
And this is some I don't think nobody really talked about. I mean, I guess people talked about it, but we've been pretty good at stopping the run. Now, there's been a few times in the playoffs where maybe a drive or two, like the running backs, we kind of gassed us. Like Green Bay game, um, old buddy got us one good drive, and then the Rams. I can't remember,
Rams moved the ball decently. He just
but they
couldn't
was
hold on
mostly
to that
passing though,
motherfucker.
right? They
They
was
was,
mostly
I mean, they was moving it on the ground, but it's
passing.
just once you start turning the ball over, that kind of make the bed for you.
And
That's
then
that's one thing that we just got to continue. I know we can't bank on it, but we definitely need to force at least 1 to 2 turnovers in this game.
I can't wait. I just want to. I got to see it happen. I'm not saying that we
Yeah,
can't. Just
right,
saying
right.
like we've been getting so many turnovers. It's like, damn, can we keep it going?
That's what I'm saying. We can't bank on it, but uh, we definitely need at least 2 turnovers in this game. We know we can get one from Kelsey.
Yeah,
Where the other one gonna come from, I don't know. Maybe on special teams, wherever it come, I don't know. But we gonna punch that ball out at least twice.
man. Look, I got the, I got some game scenarios I want to see in my head. Hopefully, it's some people on the defense that do. That's all I'm gonna say. It's some people that do for some things. I ain't gonna call no names. And I ain't gonna name no plays. But when you see them, you'll know. But yeah. So even outside of that, what I was getting ready to say was we got to stop the run game. Like we can't allow Pacheco and Hunt to goddamn get going, picking up no damn 5 and 6 yards or more. We got to stop that early. Let them know, like, bro, y'all ain't gonna have no run game. Y'all gonna, I know y'all can win off the arm of Patrick Mahomes, so you just gonna have to throw it. Like we ain't allowing the run game to go at all. So we need to D line linebackers, whatever, shut off their run. They're gonna try to do a lot of trickery to get the ball to what's his name, Worthy.
Mm-hmm.
They try to get the ball to Worthy, running around and backfield and all that. That's another thing you just gotta be disciplined because they're gonna try to do a lot of stuff and they're gonna try to, even if you look at that Bills game, a lot of stuff that they were doing, they're gonna try to give us a lot of them certain looks, a lot of those exact same looks and do something different. Like they might show us that exact same play just to do something different off of it later, or do something different up front just to run that same old play later. So we gotta be ready for that because Andy definitely gonna have that in the book. Then
Mm-hmm.
I done seen this clip going around of Patrick Mahomes. I guess it was from last year, talking about the 2 plays that they scored off us, that they scored on us in the Super Bowl with.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, them same players gonna be back. We gonna score a touchdown off of them again next year in the Super Bowl." So the motherfuckers will try that shit again. So you better not get scored on if they run them same bullshits again, man.
The food that can't get food again.
For real. We gotta make that as we get that soundboard. We get that definitely gotta be that definitely gotta be one of the sounds. But yeah, so and then boom, moving to the other side of the ball. Hey, we gotta watch this fool Kelce, but everybody already know that. So this is let me say this. I've been saying this. The season has been lining up perfectly all season, from game to game, week to week. Everything we seen something we need to see in this game to take care of it in the next game. We got ready for this type of system. You know what I'm saying? We got ready for whatever. We just was seeing it. I'm saying all that to say this last game we played Washington, we beat the draws off of them, but Ertz got off. We needed that. We needed Ertz to get off in that game. So Fangio gonna bring them boys. Hey, look, this where y'all messed up at, and then y'all know we got Kelce coming up. So let me show y'all how to nip that in the bud, so Kelce don't do the same thing. We needed Ertz to get off in that game, and I just see people saying stuff like, "Man, what we gonna do for Kelce if damn Ertz did that to us?" Y'all ain't learned yet. When Fangio sees something, he clean it up. We
He
don't
fixed
need because
it.
I think Blankenship was on him, so
Yeah,
they
he was
probably looking
on
at
them,
it.
and then
First off, let me say this. Blankenship was on them because I seen people saying, well, maybe we should try X, Y, and Z, like another person or a double team. Let me say this. This is Kelce we talking about. I don't give a damn who your safety is. Kelce done got off on every damn safety and
every
played in the
safety in the
league, so it
league.
ain't no switching nobody else on them. It
Nope.
ain't no, we should have never had. No, he was going to do that to the next person too. It just, Fangio going to scheme it up. He going to have them boys in position. Technique going to be sound. Uh, Positioning gonna be sound. They need to double team them in certain, whatever Ertz did, Kelce won't be doing. Is
Right.
what I'm here to say. That's what I'm saying. We needed this. We needed Kelce to get off. I'm telling you, everything that we needed to see this season from game one up until this point is gonna play a part in this game. Everything they can possibly think of. Washington with running the pony sets or whatever. Now, if you look at Kansas City, they do the same thing and they do the T formation, all that. We didn't seen it because sometimes you can see something on tape, but if you ain't seen it in live action, it's kind of like, all right, we got to feel it one time or two. We didn't felt it from Washington doing it. We already know what's up. We didn't got ready for a damn really good fast who got led. We done played Lamar. We done played Jane Daniels. We done played whoever else in the damn was a little bit mobile or whatever. And we done played quarterbacks who just was pure pocket passes. Joe Burrow,
Stafford.
Rams. And then, in my opinion, one of the most lethal passing offenses was that Rams offense that we recently just faced. So that preparing for them, that helped us out. Green Bay, like every game up until this point, is gonna be the reason why we do what we about to do to Kansas City. I don't, in my mind, it don't go no other way. Now, at the end of the day, they got to go out there and do what they need to do on the field. Um, but from an offensive standpoint, man, Hurts. First off, the offensive line got to be healthy. We kind of talked about that on the other video. Jurgens and uh, what's my dog?
Dickerson.
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 We need Dickerson and Jurgens healthy. If they healthy and they full go, I mean, probably might get scary out there for the boys. Might get
Mm-hmm.
scary out there for the boys.
Because you know we gotta feed Saquon, which at this point that's a given. We haven't not fed Saquon in a long time, so I fully expect us to give him his touches. But believe it or not, he only got 15 against Washington, and ultimately we probably just didn't need him to get more than that because it felt like a 20 touch game for him. His impact with them 15 was huge.
2 touches, 2 touchdowns. They make it seem like you can touch the ball a lot right there.
Yeah. So I mean, he gonna get enough touches to make an impact for sure. And to just bring them extra people in the box. I'm gonna be interested to see how they come out, like what
Yeah.
they gonna come out in initially, and how we adjust off of that, because
That's the key.
that's going to determine, that's going to be the cat and mouse game between Kellen Moore and Spags.
Yeah, the adjustment. Man, that so. Oh, that's what I was about to say. Early in the game, one of the keys to the game is what we do and don't allow them to do early in the game. Because I feel like we at our best when we know what you're doing, it's over. So we can't allow them to come out and have a lot of early success and then figure out late what the hell they was doing. We got to come out early. Maybe they, not necessarily get us for some points, but maybe get us on a play and they get some yards or two, keep a couple of drives going. But we can't allow them to come out, confuse us early, and then we figure out late. If they confuse us early, but we don't give up nothing, and we make our adjustments, it's curtains. If you look at the offense, once they figure out what you're doing, run game get going. You look at the defense, yeah, y'all might have did some on the first couple of drives, but once we figure out what you're doing, you ain't moving this damn ball. When we got to play them like how we played Washington, because we made Washington damn, boy, they had to fight for every damn thing. Boy, they was out there. Jane Daniels throwing the ball in the dirt. And a lot of people were talking about, I'm not here to really say he had a bad game, but if you look at him, he wasn't comfortable. He was a lot of balls. He was like overthrowing. He had a lot of overthrows. He had a lot of balls that was thrown like that at the ball where Eckler was going down. He had to go down. The reason why he was going down was because how Jaden Daniels threw him the damn ball. Same thing with who was that? Somebody else did this shit on the other side of the field. Like he had a few of those balls where he was just like throwing low. Because either have time in the pocket, somebody was on. Defense was confusing him. He had to hurry and get the ball out. It was just so we had to do the same thing. We had to do a lot of those same things to Mahomes. Like we just got to go out there and make Mahomes look like this is his first Super Bowl. Like damn, look, we need him to come out.
We got to be on his ass like Tampa was on his ass when
Yeah,
Brady won it.
yeah. A lot of this gonna be on. A lot of this gonna be on the shoulder. Honestly, a lot of this is gonna be on the shoulders of the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
If the defensive line come out and dominate, we know what the back end gonna do. But a lot of this gonna be on what the defensive line come out and do. We come out, establish the line of scrimmage, ain't no running, and then we on your ass in this pass game.
Ooh.
It ain't. I mean, it ain't really gonna be too much they can do outside of them trying to hit a home run, get something lucky to pop.
I don't
But
know. This is probably the most confident. This the most confident I felt like coming into a Super Bowl game since 22. I had this level of confidence in 22, but our defense is better than their defense. Not to say that they not a better team too, but I'm just saying from our standpoint, like I really don't have no concerns outside of it just being Mahomes and Andy.
right.
Um, I got the most confidence in this team. I done seen them do some special things all year long. Um, we just on an amazing run, and a lot of the boys that lost in 22 still on the team, so they know what it's like. They not just happy to be here. Um, they
Nah,
trying to win this thing.
they coming to have business.
Yeah.
CJ fired up.
CJ Hurts.
Saquon
Pretty
man.
much our whole offense outside of Saquon, Makai, and Dotson been here before for the most part.
And not only did a good bit of these, not only was a lot of these dudes in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, a lot of them was on the team last year when so it's like it's a lot of stuff they just really want to go ahead and get this dub for.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm gonna be happy to see my boy. Like I said, when I see my boy, not even just Hurts, man, my dog Sirianni, because they was on. People was out here saying we needed a new
Man,
head coach.
fire him. He was on the hot
Fire,
seat.
fire Nick.
He been on the hot seat
I'm
all year long.
I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy to see my dog Nick Sirianni get his first Super Bowl because he gonna get another one. I'm gonna be happy to see him get his first. I'm gonna shed a tear for Hurts I'm gonna be happy for Nick.
Hey,
Happy for Nick.
Hurts get this bowl. Is he the best franchise quarterback ever in the
Yeah,
Eagles history?
I would say so, just because ain't nobody else went to two Super Bowls, and he would have had went to two and one so far. So it's like boom. And then all you gotta do is follow it up and get another one, and it'll be out the park. But
And it wasn't his fault that he didn't bring the first one home.
yeah. So for him to go to that last Super Bowl, play the way that he did, go back to another Super Bowl, win it, and win it against Kansas City, and win it against the team that you lost to the first time, who building their dynasty right now. It's like best quarterback the Eagles, best Eagles quarterback we done seen. Now always he'll be the best. He'll be the best, but it's always hard to top like the first to do it. That's why a lot of people like never put LeBron over Jordan because he was the first like that we seen do what he did in the way that he did it. So that's why a lot of times it's hard for somebody else to follow that up no matter what they do. It's hard for people to say anybody better than Muhammad Ali because of the personality he had, the way that he won, the way that he talked, the stuff that he did, the stuff that he stood for. So it's like it's damn near a lot of times in the situations, it's damn near almost nothing you can do. Now in Hurt's situation, he could just win more Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
If he just win this one, it'll still be like, I mean, like as far as the Super Bowl winning wise, like it still could be somebody like, I like the Nick Foles in his Super Bowl. But if Hurts go win two, it's like he won two. Like yeah, Foles brought the first one to the city, and that was a magical year. But Hurts then went out here and brought two of them things to the city. It's like yeah, he the best. And, but in my eyes, he'll still be the best because he who else won the two Super Bowls?
And he was the quarterback the whole season for both.
Right. So um, it will be. If Nick keep on, if Nick, I mean, if Nick and Hurts just keep on doing what they're doing, they'll be able to overtake Andy and McNabb because they get this Super Bowl. Andy McNabb never got a Super Bowl. And
Mm-hmm.
then as far as like NFC Championship appearances, they just keep on going to NFC Championship appearances and Super Bowls. He'll catch Andy on like the wins and all that. I think he can do it.
Yeah,
I
he
think
do it. As long as we can continue, as long as how we continue to do his part that he been doing, we'll be fine. Um, it's looking
And
like
then
we
if you look
probably
at
going.
Mahomes, I said a few. I said before we went to the last Super Bowl that the way that we was building, the way that we building our team, I was like, we should be in a position to be doing what Kansas City doing in the AOC. We doing that in the NFC. I said that before we
Mhm.
went to the last Super Bowl. Like that year, doing that year, I said that. So,
We
um,
offensive coordinator away from doing that.
yeah, for sure. We need
Now
somebody.
if we can't get somebody like a Frank Wright that's already been like you said, like Frank Wright, he already been a head coach, so he ain't really worried about being a head coach again. Pretty much the Fangio of the offensive side of the ball. We lock that down, we good to go.
Yeah.
Cause we
I mean,
can start to build. We can start to build on it at that point.
yeah, I agree. And I said his name because one, I really can't think of nobody else. Two, I'm trying to think of somebody who um, is a good offensive coordinator, not looking for a head coaching job, and two, somebody who's not new. Like we don't need a
Yeah,
new. We
he been there
already
before.
we didn't make that mistake twice. We won a Super
Yep.
Bowl with Doug, got a new offensive coordinator, didn't work out. We kept that situation. Just none of them worked out. Boom. Go to the Super Bowl, Nick, new offensive coordinator, didn't work out. So it's like Now, boom, Kellen Moore about to get a job. We have another new. We can't just keep doing this. So we got to get like, boom, we got to get like, I think we got to get Frank in here. Somebody Nick already cool with. He'd already been a head coach, and maybe in my mind, it might not work out this way, but maybe in my mind, like one or two things happen. He come be the offensive coordinator, and it's like I already been head coach. I see I'm like really good at this offensive coordinator, and I see this. I won a bowl here with Philly. Um, he come, win another one, or we have a really good success, and he like, I think I'm gonna just, come over here and just do my career in Philly, be the offensive coordinator or whatever. Long as me and Nick here, whatever. Or it's a situation where like, even if you ain't gonna do that, if you want to be a head coach again, hopefully there's a situation where he just looking at it as like, I ain't in the rush to be a head coach. I'm gonna just hang around here for a while, get my experience up, just wait on my opportunity. Like it ain't no 1 or 2 year thing. Like maybe he wait just like, for a while and just, all right, now the time, right? I've been in Philly for 4, 5 seasons. Let me go be a head coach again. I didn't got what I needed to get. I think I'm ready to be a head coach now, whatever. So, maybe he be a head coach for a long time. I mean, maybe he be offensive coordinator for a long time, or maybe he just stick around for a little while and then go do it.
Man, just give me 2 to 4 seasons, man. Hurts mess around and had the same coordinator for 2 to 4
I
seasons.
need more than two. I need more than two because that one,
That's why
first one,
that's why I said 2 to 4.
yeah, I need like at least four, minimum four.
Ooh, you get Hurts 4 years in the same system with the weapons or similar to what we got now, man, trouble. That's damn Chiefs NFC, the NFC Chiefs, like you said.
Yeah, so
I mean, he done had pretty much the same. I mean, obviously, you got subtle changes on the offensive side, but Andy, as long as Andy there, he pretty much gonna have the same coordinator. And then, Spaz locking down his side of the ball, which is weird that he still I don't know how they do it in Kansas City, but it seems like they coordinators just be on lock. Like they be signing NDAs or something where they can't go nowhere for a while.
yeah,
'Cause you remember the enemy ain't when he was there, like he stayed there too. But I
same,
mean, I guess looking at it from their standpoint, why leave when you can have a certain amount of success every year
right.
and make your price go up at the same time?
And a lot of these dudes like Spaz might just realize like one. I think so. He in like to me he in like the perfect situation. You with Andy, you with Mahomes, and you always got a good defense. It's like I can go be a head coach and probably not be. I'm saying it's a lot that come with being a head coach versus
Hell
just
yeah, because for one, you go into a situation, obviously, 9 times out of 10 that ain't good.
being
Just
right,
like a first round draft pick.
right,
You go into that team because they was bad last year. So you gotta go in there, you gotta change the culture before you can even worry about winning. You gotta change the culture. So I mean, are you up to build something from the ground up, or do you just want to worry about the X's and O's,
right.
which you in Kansas City, and worry about one side of the ball?
And let me ask you this: the Washington game. We kind of talked about it in the last stream or whatever, but the way that the way that Kellen Moore was calling the game and the different plays it seemed like he was running. Um, what you think about that? Like as far as like the Super Bowl, like as far as us like breaking out more shit in the Super Bowl and probably showing like stuff we haven't seen. And I just mean that from a standpoint of like you think we gonna do it, and also why do you think we seeing that now versus like maybe like earlier in the season?
It felt like he was finally starting to open up the playbook, which is always good. So I do expect it to be more than that because I mean, one, it's the last game of the year, and we really haven't. seen too much creativity throughout the year. Like we haven't really seen a whole lot of creativity throughout the year. And some of that could have been the fact that, it's his first year and he's just now figuring out how to use his weapons. Some of that could have been, players being injured throughout the year and not being able to create that. Um, I know you said when we played the Steelers, that seemed to be where we figured out the passing game. Um, or at least that's when we put it on tape that we could pass. And then that next game against Washington, we was in like a rhythm. But Hurts got hurt, and that kind of messed things up. So I feel like we might have found that rhythm again against Washington in the playoffs, and this could be a breakout game just based off the fact that we had so much success that we was able to run certain looks and work things out while winning the game. So I feel like it was a little bit of it being a new system and us finally finding our groove now that everybody's healthy and we can use them, and putting it putting it together against Washington. So one, that's giving us confidence that we can do something other than hand the ball to Saquon, and two, that's just putting more on tape for Kansas City to worry about. And I don't even think we scratched the surface of what we can do offensively. So who knows what they've been working on all year that they just haven't put on tape yet. So I'm looking forward to them opening up the playbook a little bit more now that it seems like we found that rhythm again. I'm excited about that. So yeah, that's what I think about the offense. I feel like we still got another level because we still have yet to see things hit on all cylinders until really the Washington game. And a lot of that just came to health. Like either we didn't have AJ or we didn't have Smitty or we didn't have Goddard. Now we got everybody. So
We
not
didn't
only
have
do we got
Jalen.
everybody, but we got two. We didn't have Jalen. So now we got everybody and we had, 2 weeks to prepare with everybody healthy. So I'm interested to see how that's going to look on Super Bowl Sunday for sure.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. The reason why we just not probably seeing it. And I don't even think it's nothing I can add to that. For real. But I was just wondering because I was thinking about that when I was watching the game. But
Hmm.
pretty much I had those same thoughts. It was just so much going on during the season, and like you said, it's a new system, so it's just a hard. I don't think a lot of people realize like how hard it is to learn a new system, especially probably a system like Killing Moore system. Um, so
And
when people,
then on top of all the factors that we already named, the running game was working. So why
oh,
go
just
away from it?
I was just about
the
to
run,
say that.
the running game was working so well. It's like fuck running anything else. They can't
I
stop
was
this.
That was about to be the next thing on my mouth. I was about to say, and damn, Saquon was getting off, so it was like we ain't even like
We ain't had to.
dive into a lot of that stuff. And I also agree with the Pittsburgh thing. Like I feel like had Hurts not went down in the Washington game, he get off in the passing game, like a lot of stuff that we just not seeing. Like a lot of that stuff we would have implemented and probably got deeper into as it went on. But look, I'm gonna say once again, everything that was supposed to happen happened. So I guess it was a reason why we didn't see a lot of that stuff then. Maybe Hurts needed to go down to show it now. So whatever it is, all I know is all this gonna result in Philadelphia getting the second
Lombardi.
Super Bowl trophy ring, and
Hey,
it's gonna feel real good to be able to damn see damn the Eagles get this. Like I saw the first one, saw the second one. The last time when I saw the first one, I was at your house. I might need to pull up.
hey, hey,
Might need to
we
pull up.
already gonna be streaming. It'll
Might
probably
need,
be our first time streaming the game in the same location.
Yeah, I might need to pull up. I see which direction the football guys blow me in. Yeah, so that's all I pretty much got. I mean, keys. Go ahead and give me your keys. Quick keys to victories, offense and defense.
Boom. Keys to offensive victory is obviously feed Saquon and then feed him some more. Cause with a running game, they ain't no slouches, but with tougher defenses, you just got to keep feeding Saquon. All Saquon need is a crease. So one time where somebody out of their gap or they miss a tackle or they slip or whatever, and he hitting his head on the goalpost. So not only do you got to run the ball, but you got to stay committed to running the ball, even if it's only getting you 2, 3, or no gain at the line. Sometimes just staying committed. That's my first key. Second key is we gotta establish Goddard. We gotta establish Goddard early and often, and we can't forget about AJ. Just got to make sure that he get his touches early too. Smitty is a lot more. I'm not gonna say that AJ is high maintenance, but Smitty just seemed like it's just what it is with Smitty.
Yeah, you can.
Like whether he get 10 touches or one touch, it just don't really matter.
You can damn near go to Smitty at any time and he gonna catch it.
Anytime.
You want to go to
AJ,
AJ
you got to
early
get to
and
him
let him catch
early.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to let him touch it, get him involved, let him get his hands on the ball. He can kind of get warmed up
Yeah.
and then start getting like, you know what I'm saying? Smitty, you can damn near just go to him anytime. Like he can not
Hmm.
touch the damn ball all game. You throw him a go
You
ball.
could just ask him. You just get ask him to make clutch catches on third downs, and he'll do that.
Yeah. A lot of times, and another thing I noticed too, um, and I always notice this. I'm sure that other people probably notice it too, but a lot of times when we in situations where we gotta have it, we call a timeout, and every time you can see them talking to Smitty on the sideline, like nigga, you about to get every time. Look at the game, when he dropped that ball, in the Washington game, we
Yeah.
called the timeout, and I literally was looking at him. I was like, they going to Smitty. Like because I could just tell how the way they was looking at him talking to him. I was like, oh, they about to throw this to Smith, and that's who he went to. He dropped it. Then the Jacksonville game, right before they threw him that deep ball, I was like, they're going to Smitty. They went to Smitty. It was another game where we needed like a third or fourth down or something. It was like a little timeout. They was on the sideline talking. I said, they going to Smitty. Who they went to? I was like, damn, I think it, so. And a lot of
It
times,
might be I knew Mr. Third Down.
for real, it's just like whenever they need it, because I think he's just so good at route running and catching the ball. Boom, he gonna, and then if he in traffic, 9 times out of 10 he catching them up, but he gonna catch it. So
Hmm.
I think you can go to him at any time. Like you said, go to AJ early. You got to get AJ involved early. Let him touch it, even if you gotta throw him something short, throw him something across the middle. You gotta feed AJ, get him going.
Hmm.
Let him start talking this shit. Let him get warmed up. Get his legs juiced up. You got him. You got him for the rest of the game. Just give him about 2 to 3 touches early. Um,
My offensive keys to victory.
all right. And what about Chris Jones?
Oh yeah, I mean, we definitely gonna have to keep some eyes on him. He can. I seen him single handedly wreck Super Bowls for the opposite team. So, pick our spots where we can double team him. Obviously, we can't double team him the whole game because they do have players like Carl Loftus that can get off too. So, um, whenever possible, double team Chris Jones. We seem to do pretty well with D tackles for the most part, even if they are good. Because I mean, as good as
Yeah,
great as Aaron Donald was in his career, he never ever got a sack against us. Um,
that's when Kelce was holding him down.
that also was against Kelsey. But I'm saying that to say that we seen,
But
we've
even
had
outside of
success.
that, though, like we seen some good ones this season. Ain't nobody really
Yeah,
like just got off.
got off. Yeah. We just got a good offensive line. So I mean, Stoutland did a good job of coaching them boys up. They can be a little leaky at times in pass protection, so we
I feel
definitely got to shore that up, especially with Spag. So I would say we definitely got to keep our head on the swivel because we never know where Spag's gonna send that pressure from. Um, Especially if you look at the tape, Mekhi Becton is the most vulnerable on the offensive line when it comes to pass protection. Um, Sometimes you can be a little leaky straight down the middle too. But I
Jergens.
say if anybody is the weak link when it comes to like rushing, it's Becton. You want to get him in run positions as much as possible.
And
Um, just
I think
make
he's
keep an eye
struggled with
on his gap,
quick.
huh?
I said, and I think he struggled with people who like are really quick.
Yeah, because he's so big. Yeah,
Yeah, like, but if you got somebody who like Chris Jones, he probably get. But somebody who just like, I mean, Chris Jones quick too, but he got so much size to him.
he's side. Yeah, he ain't gonna
Yeah,
just.
and so
He
but
ain't like
somebody
a Jalen
like
Carter or nothing like that. That's got speed and quickness
man,
with it.
exactly. Because Jalen Carter will damn give Makai back in the business.
Ooh, put
I
him on
know
his
he be
back
working.
pocket.
I know he be working them in practice. But anyway, so keys to victory for the D.
Man, my first key to victory is obviously stopping the run. You got to stop the run to give us any chance of making it a game. Because if they can run the ball, just like any other team, if any team can run the ball and pass it, or if they can run it, it's gonna open up the pass. And if you give them anything, if they can get whatever they want, it's gonna be a long day on the defensive side of the ball. So one, we got to stop the run and make sure that Hunt and Pacheco don't get off. Two, we got to, like you said earlier, keep Mahomes in the pocket. Make sure that we have honest rush lanes. Don't let him get out the back door because he's sneaky fast. And then when we have a chance to get to him, we got to get to him with a quickness because he can still let that thing go right before we get there. Um, and play smart. We already know that it's a possibility that we could be at a disadvantage when it comes to the refs. So we don't need to give them nothing that could even look like a penalty. So we need to play above board. That don't mean that we can't play physical because if sometimes they gonna call it regardless. So just let them know you there. Um, but make sure that we keep them in the pocket, make sure that we get them on the ground and keep that sticky coverage on the back end because Mahomes not only is great with his arm, but he can just create time. And if we not getting to him for whatever reason, he just gonna wait until somebody open. And especially from Kelsey's standpoint, he don't really run conventional routes anyway, so he live for them scramble drills. So we definitely got to get that sticky coverage on him because we don't want Mahomes to have one play where he got 5 seconds and just scramble around the pocket until he hit Kelsey for a 30-yard gain. So sticky coverage, um, real just the biggest defensive key is just playing sound football at the end of the day because we already know what the Chiefs can do. As long as we play the same football we've been playing all year long, I think we'll be just fine. Fangio been doing a real good job of initial game plans, and when the initial game plan don't work, the adjustments being lights out. So I feel real good about this one.
I agree. Same. I agree with everything you just said. I feel good about the game. Um, yeah, ain't too much I can add to that. I'm trying to think if I feel like you left something out. Nah, I really
We,
couldn't think of
we
it. We
definitely
just,
need a turnover or two. That'll help.
man, yeah. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we've been getting them all playoffs. Hopefully, continue in the bowl. I know them boys gonna be.
Practicing that ball security, but still, we gotta summon the peanut punch.
And the thing about that too is like it's second nature for us. So it's like,
hmm We've been
and
practicing it all year.
at this point, we ain't even, not that we don't got to practice it, but at this point, it's like we sounding our tackling and going for the ball, so it ain't
Yeah,
like something
we expect to get turnovers at this point.
exactly, exactly. That's what I'm getting to. That's a good way to put it. We expecting to get it, so it's like we just out there playing ball. Like the turnovers and stuff gonna come. We ain't out there
Mhm.
like maybe earlier in the season we was probably focused on getting turnovers. Like, damn, I gotta get turnovers. I gotta do this. I gotta
Remember we went a certain amount of time without a
without turnovers.
turnover.
Exactly.
I don't know when we turned it on, but it had to be like sometime after the bye week.
Yeah, it was sometime after 5 weeks, but we man, this game gonna be interesting, man. Like I'm just ready to see like because what people got to understand is like it's a lot of good players on both sides. I know for the most part, player for player, we probably got the best, but the beauty in the game gonna be like the coaching, like the scheme, like how the chess match, like
Mhm.
that's what the X's and O's like. That's what it's really gonna come down to. And
And
then
who
like
gonna make the play?
exactly, I was just about to say for us, it's gonna be who play above the X's and O's. Yeah,
Mhm.
this is the X's and O's, but who gonna go above the X's and O's and make that extra play, make that, you know what I'm saying, make that
Mhm.
big play, that big stop, or whatever. So it's gonna be a good one, man. I can't wait.
My last key is figuring out how to get Dean back for the Super Bowl.
Damn,
But
man, I
nah,
hate for y'all.
shout out to Burst though. Burst been
Yeah,
he
yeah,
been holding it down.
he been holding it down, man. Bert's been playing above the X's and O's, baby. Bert said,
Mhm.
y'all ain't got to worry about Dean being gone. I'm Johnny on the spot, baby. Bert gonna smack something. Bert's
Like we
gonna smack
said,
something.
like we said in the last video, he set the tone for the whole playoffs.
What? He gonna set the whole tone for the whole Super Bowl. What? Bert's gonna lay somebody out early. Bow!
Yep, yep.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you who be out there cracking shit though. Sidney Brown. That nigga don't play. Sidney
Yeah,
Brown don't be playing, boy.
yeah. Sydney be smacking shit for sure.
Hey, something else that I noticed too. I mean, I'm sure you noticed it as well. Like we didn't cause a lot of fumbles on like punts and kickoffs. Like Sidney
Mhm.
Brown did call some on like punts and kickoffs. Other people like so.
Birds, yeah, and yeah, that's the other thing. Like, it's not just one person that's causing these fumbles. Like the whole team then got in on the action. Like
Yeah,
you said, Sydney didn't cause one. Burks didn't cause a couple. The Rook Ship didn't cause one. Um,
shit. Everybody on the defense did.
Bond didn't cause some. Jalen Carter didn't cause some. So it really it's the whole team
Isaiah Rogers didn't
ball
call some.
hawking.
But remember, he got that ring.
Isaiah he didn't cause one. He
And I
didn't
think
pick
he might have
some
caused
up.
one. I think he might have caused one on like a kick or something. Maybe a punt or a kick or something. I think he might have caused one. Then I know that Rams game, he hit the running back. Remember, he got in when Slay went down. Boom, can't smack running back in. So everybody out there, man, it just I can't wait to see it.
That's why I like having Isaiah on the field because he just seemed to make plays happen.
Yeah, they
So
do. I,
we need to figure out what it's gonna take to keep him around for another 2 years.
all them plays that we seen damn mad at sneaking on the field. We need to see Rodgers out there just the same way, goddamn.
But shoot, he been like I said, we have seen a difference because ever since they made that announcement that Rogers was gonna be in more in them type of situations, he just be around the ball, man. He
Yeah,
know how to make big plays, whether it's causing an interception or just playing. He's supposed to have 2 picks in that Rams game.
mm,
But being on different side, coming in cold, a lot of factors. But he wasn't out of position.
right.
Oh boy, just made a better play.
Yeah, yeah. But that's all I got. I ain't got no more keys for y'all. We just got to go win it, man. We got to go win it. We done did
Hey
it.
man,
You can do all the analyzing and this and that. You got to go out there and damn beat a. At the end of the day, we got to go out there and be the tougher team too. We got to go out there and down.
Be
Nobody can't. We
physical
can't be out there getting bullied. Got to be more physical than them boys. We've been the most physical team in every team we play, so we can't get to the Super Bowl and let
and bitch
Kansas
out.
City be more physical than us. We got to be physical and we got to be disciplined. We're physical and disciplined, and we got to go out there and dominate. That's it. We be physical, be disciplined, go out there and dominate. Don't commit no stupid penalties, none of that. Be physical with them boys, show them we there all day. They don't want no smoke with the birds, man. We bringing one
Fire
home.
'em up.
We bringing one home for the city.
Hey man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all for kicking it with us. This been a special year, man. It's one of them years where we just decided to start the channel, and I'll be damned if we ain't go to the Super Bowl. So
Man,
we're gonna keep them coming. We definitely gonna be streaming the game. Whether we be in the same location or just back on here streaming with y'all, we definitely gonna be watching the game and streaming at the same time. So we can't miss out on this great opportunity that we got ahead of us, because it ain't but two teams playing. And we just so
real.
happen to be one of them, the granddaddy of them all.
Yes, sir. The best team of 2024-25 season. The Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts wins his first Super Bowl. Saquon get his first Super Bowl. Dang,
Nick
this gonna be
Sirianni get his first Super
Nick.
Bowl.
It's gonna be dope to see these people get their not really getting their first Super Bowl, but just getting the Super Bowl. Like it's gonna be dope to see what everything that everybody went through. Saquon with his career, Jalen Hurts with his career, Nick Sirianni with his coaching career. Damn, see these
Think
boys go from winning natties in Georgia to coming down the
winning
Philly
the
winning,
biggest one of them all.
the Georgia boys. So, and then just to see these picks that how we picked out, like people was like, them Georgia boys ain't gonna work out, man. They all dogs. Like
All of
people gotta
them panned
get time.
out.
So
Every one of them panned out. Even
man,
Keely. Keely, when he get in, he make plays.
yeah. So
Go Birds.
see y'all boys on the other side. Go Birds.
Damn, D-Mark, this bitch hard as a motherfucker.